You made it this far into the video. You just did something most people could not do. So congrats. I'll give yourself a high five. Clap your hands. But anyways, now that we're in Photoshop, what you want to do is, okay, before we even continue with this, I'm happy to announce that I have created a profile picture pack, like a PFP pack, where it's gonna, I'm gonna just show you here's the pack. This has been the reason I have not been uploading for the past few days, maybe 2 or 3 days. And because I was busy, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But this pack is honestly all you're gonna need, I hope. And it's honestly some basic stuff I created. Some of these are not my stuff, so I do not take credit for anything in here. There's some stuff I will take credit for, but there are stuff that don't belong to me, so that's a heads up. So we have white lines, we have these exclamation, how do you call these, exclamation marks? Pretty sure, yeah. You have a triangle, a star, a plus, another star, and anything you see here you can honestly change the color of. Like, let's say for example this triangle, you can go ahead into, actually what you can do is, I'll just do this real quick. This pack is not done, so by the time this video is out, this pack will be out and ready, so this will be much more easier to use than what you guys are seeing in this video. But when you click the triangle, you can click Ctrl+C on your keyboard and honestly change the light to whatever fits your specific scene that you're working on. So I hope this is going to be helpful for you. So we have 2D effects. These go on top of your GFX. Here's an example of what I did, like with this pack. Pretty nice, I think so myself. Maybe not. Add-ons for the background. These are like stuff you can add on to the background of your like PFP, white burst, swirl, burst, boxes, dots, more triangles, wavy, grid. This time I'll actually show you how to use this in a different video. These for the background, maybe front, and it's honestly up to you how you want to use it. It's here for you, okay? We got these background boxes, honestly, and overall I think this is a good pack, I ain't gonna lie. And yeah, this is about it. So I'm gonna be using this pack for this video. So for the background, I'm gonna be taking the angled boxes, duplicate, now move it on to our scene. Add-ons to the background. I'm gonna be adding a sunburst like this, moving it to our scene. I'm also gonna be using a grid, also moving this to our scene. Is there anything else? Our scene is black and white, so I think I actually used this. Maybe I'll try and see if we can use this for this video. And when it comes to the 2D effects, is there anything I like to use, to be honest? Honestly, I'm gonna use the star again, cause why not? So I'm gonna use the star, and I'm gonna use the exclamation mark. I hope I'm saying this right, because English is not okay. There we go. At first this looks like a mess, but don't worry, we'll fix this. So when it comes to the angle boxes, obviously this is gonna be for the background. I'll go ahead and remove the saturation. As I said, you guys can play around with the colors, whatever looks nice. Hey, it's up to you. Sunburst, I'm going to be adding that to the background. I'm going to be making this a lot bigger. And another thing is, just because it looks a little bit low quality over here, I'm going to be adding a color overlay that's going to be 100% normal blend mode and the color white, just because it removes some of those like noisy edges, as you guys can see. And the grid I'm also going to be adding behind the sunburst, and I'm just going to be lowering the opacity. Then we have these pixels. I'm going to be removing the saturation off of this, and I'm going to be setting the blend mode to screen. to about so, and I'll drag it a little bit to the bottom, just like this. And I'll go ahead and duplicate this to the edge, like not to the edge, to the other side. Then I'm gonna be enabling the star, checking merge, Ctrl+C on your keyboard again, removing the saturation just because our scene is black and white. And I'll have it just like this. Now I'm just gonna be having like maybe a few little stars going around like this. If you want to do something a little bit different, what you can do is have the color white and then have a soft brush, create a new layer, and behind the stars what you want to do is just tap, just so you have like this glow effect, and set the blending mode to color dodge maybe. Yeah, color dodge, honestly looks nice. And another thing I want to add to the background, like behind the character and behind the sunburst and the grid, is I'm going to be creating a new layer, and I'm just going to have like this glow effect, just like this. So before, after. Then I'm going to be adding the exclamation mark. Yeah, I'm not saying this right, but hey, gotta deal with it. And I'm just gonna be making this maybe a little bit darker, just like so. And I'm gonna be maybe placing this, you know what, I think this is enough, to be honest. I'll actually go ahead and remove this, and for the pixels in this corner I'm gonna bring this up. And this is it for this part. Another part, if you use Photoshop, this is the part for you. I showed this honestly in the last video on how to light a dark scene. So what you want to do is group your entire scene, click merge group, go into filter, camera raw filter, and obviously this is looking a mess, but we're gonna ignore that for now, and we're just gonna focus on our main scene, honestly. And what we're gonna be doing, this is the before and this is the after for people who don't notice this. So we're gonna bring up the exposure. We're gonna bring up, maybe, yeah, we're gonna bring up the contrast. We're gonna bring up the highlights. Now to where it's too bright, the shadows can be brought down, maybe -7. And again, this is up to you. Whatever you're working on, just play around with the settings and see whatever looks nice. The whites, I'll increase. Texture, I don't want to mess around with this. Clarity, I'll go ahead and make this a little bit clearer. The saturation, this is a black and white scene, so adding this is gonna do legit nothing. So we're gonna keep this on 0. I'm gonna be using the curve, just a tiny bit. And I wanna bring this up over here. There we go. Sharpening, yes. Noise reduction, I don't see any noise, but just in case, we'll set it on 7. And then, is there anything else we can add? Please, please, please. To be honest, no, I'm not seeing anything I can add. And this is honestly it, I think. One thing I do want to do is lower the contrast, just because, and reduce the sharpening. And this is it, to be honest. But obviously this is a black and white GFX, so you can expect a lot of details in this. And yeah, hope this video was helpful. Like, sub, comment, tag your grandma. And yeah, join our Discord because we are going to be having some new giveaways, updates, and everything is honestly going to be there. So hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.